Welcome to Guide to Points. Just a reminder to make sure that you've watched our introduction video number 1 before watching this course. This course discusses business cards and why they are an important part of your point strategy. Business cards usually have the highest welcome offers, so being able to get business cards is very important. You may be thinking that you don't have a business, so you won't qualify for a business card, but that's what this course is going to help you understand. That you possibly do have a business that will qualify you for a business card and you don't even know it yet. One of the reasons that business cards are so important is because of the Chase 524 rule. The Chase 524 rule is an unwritten rule that Chase Bank has that basically means that they will deny you any card, business or personal, if you have opened 5 or more personal credit cards from any bank in the last 24 months. That 24-month clock starts on a card the date that the card was opened. The reason the Chase 524 rule is so important is because Chase points are so versatile. That's why we love Chase cards. I've opened 15 cards in the last year because most of them have been business cards, and that's how I've been able to accumulate so many points. Business cards don't count towards your 524, only personal cards. If you currently have a business, that's great. You are on your way to earning hundreds of thousands of points. The most common businesses are corporations, partnerships, LLCs, and sole proprietorships. But what people may not understand is you don't need an EIN, or employee identification number, or an official registered business with your state to qualify for a business card. Any side hustle counts. For example, if you sell your used clothes on Facebook Marketplace, you have a business. If you sell eggs from your backyard chickens, if you clean houses, if you pet sit for your friends for a little bit of money, or if you mow lawns in the summertime, these are all real businesses, and those types of businesses are called sole proprietorships. Sole proprietorships don't need an EIN or need to be registered. You just use your social security number and your name to run your business. You may be wondering if you can only use a business card for business expenses. For example, if you mow lawns and you buy gas for the lawnmower, is that the only thing that you can put on that business card? The answer is no. You can put all of your personal expenses on that business card too, because again, we want to meet that minimum spend. Also, the IRS doesn't care what card you're using to buy anything. However, your tax accountant might care. So if you do have a business that you need to keep separate spending records, this is where being organized is very important. For example, my husband does own a business and it is a corporation. We do use personal credit cards for business expenses and business cards to pay our personal expenses. Because again, an important part of this points game is meeting that minimum spend. However, I keep separate ledgers or spreadsheets for business expenses and our personal expenses, so that when tax time comes, we have accurate bookkeeping for our corporate tax return. That brings us to our next question. What about taxes? Business credit cards have no tax implications. There is nowhere on any tax form that the IRS will ask you if you have business credit cards. Credit card companies and the IRS do not communicate with each other. You may want to consider including any money you make from your sole proprietorship side hustle on your personal tax return as other income, even if it is just $20, just because that's the honest thing to do. But I'm going to leave that up to you and your tax accountant. So now that you see you can get a business credit card, let's talk about the application process. When you go to fill out an application for a business card, if you have a corporation or a business with an EIN, use your EIN and all of your business information on that credit card application. Also, be sure to get employee cards for the members of your team. For more information on teams, watch our Teams course. If you are a sole proprietor or have any of these side hustles that I previously mentioned, you'll want to fill out the business credit card application using your social security number and your name as the business name. Don't make up a business name. It's not that deep. It may also have you choose from a list of business types. Just pick the closest match. Business applications will also ask you for your personal information, so you will still use your total household income And for your business income, it is a projected amount. So if you plan on only mowing a couple of lawns in the summer, you could go ahead and just put a few $100s as your business income, because your personal household income will also be taken into account. While business cards may also have a higher minimum spend and higher annual fees, keep in mind they usually have higher welcome offers. And don't forget the benefits are pretty great with business cards, and those benefits outweigh the cost of the annual fee. Watch our course on card benefits for more details about that. You will just need to pick the business card that you feel is right for you, and in most cases, depending on your business expenses, you'll want to choose a card that you can meet that minimum spend pretty easily. I hope this has helped answer your questions about business cards. If not, remember to keep following my Instagram and watching these course videos. Please use the links in my link tree to get the information on the best welcome offers that are currently available, and use them to apply for your new credit card once you're ready to start on your own points journey. Always remember that wherever your points take you, to enjoy the journey.